From names that highlight its immortality to its many feet, the banyan has multiple names in India. Find out more about the several names of India's national tree and the large number of cities and towns named after it in this episode of Tree Talk. In the last episode, I had explained why the banyan tree was called the banyan tree. In this video, we're going to dive into the lovely Indian names for the tree and their meanings. India has several languages, so naturally India's national tree has many names in the various Indian languages. But let's look at some unique ones. One name is Bahupada. Bahu meaning many and Pada meaning feet, signifying the banyan's aerial roots that become like additional feet supporting the tree. Jatal is another one that means matted hair because the aerial serpentine-looking roots appear like thick hair and are often associated with Lord Shiva's matted locks. Shira, meaning milk, is yet another name because the banyan, like all fig trees, oozes a milky latex. The Ramayana, India's great epic, mentions how this latex was used to braid the hair of ascetics. Yet another name is Mahachaya, meaning the great shade, and the context there is quite obvious. While all trees provide shade, the banyan is the great shade because its canopy is so vast. It is said that when Alexander marched into India in the 4th century BCE, his generals mistook a single banyan tree for an entire forest. The largest banyan is said to be the Timmamma Marimanu in Andhra Pradesh that can apparently shelter 20,000 people under it. More on the story of that banyan later, but yeah, great shade is a very apt name. Another name is Raktafala, that stands for the blood red fruit. Well, in Sanskrit, Raktafala actually means tomato, but as the banyan's figs are red in color, the name is sometimes used to refer to the banyan as well. A banyan lives for hundreds of years and naturally appears endless or everlasting compared to a human lifespan. It is thus believed to be eternal, and you hence often see eternal banyans called Akshayavatas across India. And one name that is born out of this connection is Dhruva, which actually means the pole star. And like the North Star, the banyan too is seen as steady and indestructible, hence the name. Another lovely name is Avaroha Nyagrodha. While Nyagrodha is a common name for the banyan, Avaroha means upside down, as you have perhaps heard of the Aroha and Avaroha with reference to ragas in classical music. The roots of a tree usually grow below the ground, but the banyan has them growing up on its branches. Hence, the upside-down reference. Honestly, the banyan has many more names. The list is endless. But do pause to notice how a peek into the various names of the tree have helped you learn so many features about the tree. From its aerial roots to its large canopy, from its red-colored figs to its long life. You have discovered so much about the tree through just its name. Let's now switch to some banyan towns because India has many of those too. First up is Vadodara in the western Indian state of Gujarat that draws its name from Vada, one of the many names for the banyan. From the same root is born Vadgaon, a town in the western Indian state of Maharashtra. In the state of Tamil Nadu down south, we have Aalan-thurai, which takes its name from Alamaram, the Tamil name for banyan. Similarly, Aalangudi in Tamil Nadu also takes its name from the banyan tree. Also in the south, in the state of Andhra Pradesh, is a village named Marichettu Pakkalu that takes its name from the Telugu word for banyan. As does Marichettu Thanda, a town in its neighbouring state of Telangana. And it's not just villages and towns, but in India's financial capital too, there's a locality in honour of the banyan, Vadodara in central Mumbai, that takes its name from the tree. In fact, there are many areas in my city, Mumbai, that take its name from trees. More on that in another episode. Do you know the name of a town or a city named after the banyan that I have missed to mention here? Do write in to me. I would love to hear from you. And if you've enjoyed this episode, do share it with friends and subscribe to the channel to stay posted.